Welcome parents and students to the Governor's Schools for Science and Technology's virtual open house, and we thank you for your interest in the Governor's School program. I am Vicki Wismer, the director of the Governor's School for Science and Technology. I've been with the Governor's School since 2008. The Governor's School for Science and Technology is one of 19 academic year Governor's Schools in the state of Virginia that provides students with advanced instruction in areas ranging from the arts to government, international studies, and STEM. The Governor's School for Science and Technology's focus is STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, and most importantly, we have a 2-year sequence for scientific research. The purpose of the academic year Governor's School is to provide gifted high school students academic opportunities beyond those normally available in their home schools. The Governor's School for Science and Technology provides challenging academic college courses as well as chances to participate in real-world opportunities. Students have an opportunity to earn up to 40 dual enrollment credits over their junior and senior years. The experience of being a Governor's School student reaches beyond the classroom. Students leave us with more than just knowledge beyond their experiences, but it has motivated them to stretch beyond their limits. We prepare students for future academic competitions in college, shorten time to undergraduate degrees due to the dual enrollment credits, and prepare students for successful and fulfilling careers. Graduates of the Governor's School for Science and Technology receive millions in scholarship awards each year to attend the colleges and universities of their choice. Our graduates attend the most prestigious colleges in the nation, including top Ivy League schools, U.S. service academies, and many of the top engineering schools. Students who attend the Governor's School for Science and Technology are among the brightest the region has to offer. Students must apply and compete for the opportunity to attend. At the end of this presentation, links will be provided with instructions on how to apply to the Governor's School and the pre-admissions information series program. Our master schedule, we have 2 sessions, and a morning session. We have Gloucester, Hampton, Poquoson, and Williamsburg attend from 7:10 to 10:25, and an afternoon session, our PM session, which runs from 11:20 to 2:35, and that includes districts Isle of Wight, Newport News, and York County. As I said, these are college-level classes in science, math, and research. And most important, transportation is provided by your school division. So I hope that our presentation this evening will be very helpful and provide you with good information. We will provide links for additional information, and I would like to introduce our Equity and Outreach Coordinator, Dr. Ellen Fithian. Thank you, and as I said, thanks for joining and learning about the Governor's School.
Welcome. We're very glad that you're considering the Governor's School, and I would like to tell you some of the benefits of our program. The cornerstone of our program is the academics. All of our courses are taught at a college level, but unlike those same courses taught at a university where they would often be in a large amphitheater, they're being taught in small classes with a faculty member. In addition, for students who are accelerated in mathematics, there is the advantage that we have several courses beyond calculus. So we have differential equations, multivariable calculus, and linear algebra. So students will not run out of mathematics courses. Our faculty are one of our greatest assets. They all have advanced degrees in STEM fields, and they receive a good deal of professional development on innovative teaching strategies, optimal use of technology, and working with gifted high school students. If you asked our students what are the best things about Governor's School, one of them would definitely be the community of peers. There are 2 aspects of this. First is that they are getting to collaborate with their academic peers. So when they're working on a project, they are no longer the person who is expected to take the lead or do most of the work. And then equally important is the opportunity to socialize, to make new friends with students who have similar interests within the Hampton Roads area. Our two-year research sequence is one of the distinguishing features. So in this two-year course sequence, students are being taught systematically how to do research. The first year, they're learning fundamentals, like how to do a literature review, how to write a proposal, how to structure their data analysis. And in the second year, they are actually undertaking some substantial research under the guidance of faculty mentors and the research teacher. So our students have the opportunity to work with PhDs at NASA Langley Research Center and Jefferson Lab, with physicians at local hospitals, with professors at local universities. And this research sequence serves two really important functions. First, it's teaching students to do research and preparing them to do it in college. And many of our students come back from college and tell us that where other students had to wait until junior year to get involved in research projects, they were able to start freshman year because of the work that they did at Governor's School. But secondly, it really helps our students stand out in a competitive admissions pool, because this is just something that most high school students don't have the opportunity to do. So speaking of college, we know that all of our students are aspiring to attend college, and many of them are looking to be accepted into some of the most elite colleges across the country and here in Virginia. So we integrate college planning into the curriculum. We have workshops for juniors and seniors throughout the year on the key elements of competitive college admissions. And because all of our students are competitive, we can really gear our efforts towards the unique needs of that group. And the competitive college admissions process is considerably more complex. So we can go into all the aspects of that for our students. Secondly, because this is a unique group, we really encourage students to look for things like honors programs, merit scholarships, and we let them know that in many cases, to be considered, they will need to get their applications in early, sometimes as early as November 1st. So our timeline for college preparation tasks is somewhat accelerated. We really encourage students to come to senior year ready to start submitting applications. Another benefit to our students is our track record. Because we have been sending students to top colleges for years, many of them are familiar with the Governor's School, and they know that our students are well prepared. Just in case they are not familiar, we send something called the profile to every college that your student is applying to. And we really see this as a marketing document for the school and for the students. It goes into detail about all the strengths of the program, starting with the faculty, the testing results of the student body, our courses, our mentorship, and so forth. So when students are applying to top colleges, they can fully appreciate all of the benefits of the program that they have chosen to attend. Because we know that the competitive college admissions process is very complicated, we do provide some extra help with college applications for students who are facing particular challenges or coming from families that don't have a lot of knowledge about this process. And finally, we have been very successful. And our students have applied and been accepted to top colleges across the country, as well as here in Virginia. So this is just a sampling of some of our acceptances from last year's class. And you can see that our students went to top colleges throughout the nation. Many of them are applying in engineering programs and were accepted to some of the top science and engineering schools. And of course, we always have many students applying and being accepted to our Virginia public universities. Next up, we're going to tell you about the 3 different academic strands. And your choice of strand will determine your science courses. So we offer biological science, computational science, and engineering.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Yee, and I'm one of the 4 math instructors at the Governor School. I'm going to take a few minutes here to tell you what the Governor School has to offer you in terms of math classes. At the Governor School, juniors traditionally take one of 3 math courses: PreCalculus, Calculus, or MultiVariable Calculus. Students interested in enrolling in PreCalculus must have completed a minimum of Algebra 2 Trig and be in the biological science or computational science strands. Students interested in calculus must have completed a minimum of PreCalculus or math analysis. Students interested in multivariable calculus must have completed a minimum of AP Calculus BC and received a 4 or 5 on the AP exam to qualify for dual enrollment. What you take your junior year will determine what math class you can take your senior year. Seniors are eligible to take calculus, multivariable calculus, linear algebra, and differential equations. The Governor School PreCalculus class prepares students for calculus by emphasizing how to solve in-depth equations by hand with rational, radical, exponential, and logarithmic expressions and explore real-world modeling of these functions. For the matrices unit, students learn how to solve a system of equations with more than 2 variables by using a variety of techniques, such as using Gaussian elimination to achieve row echelon form, writing a matrix equation and using inverses, and Cramer's rule. Students are introduced to the concept of curve sketching by examining function behavior with polynomials and rational functions. We spend an entire quarter on developing the students' trigonometry skills, starting with both the unit circle and triangle approaches, using trigonometric identities to solve trig equations, learning about polar and parametric functions, and exploring vectors in 2 and 3 dimensions. At the end of the year, students learn sequences and series and how they connect to financial loans and are introduced to calculus. The Governor School Calculus class covers 2 semesters of college-level calculus, Calculus 1 and Calculus 2. Both semesters are dual enrolled for college credit, and the AP exam is optional. This class goes beyond the AP curriculum by proving where the formulas and theorems come from so students understand how calculus works. Explore the connection between infinite limits and Riemann sums for calculating the exact value of a definite integral, the cylindrical shells technique to calculating the volume of a solid, how to calculate the area of the surface of revolution, and using trigonometric identities and substitution to integrate. While learning the calculus concepts, students complete projects where they can use related rates to find out how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, examining packaging to design an optimized object, and calculating the area of sophisticated shapes with numerical integration. The Governor School Multivariable Calculus class builds upon what the students learn in Governor School Calculus class or AP Calculus BC, and students have the option to dual enroll for college credit. Students spend a year exploring Calculus 3 topics such as vectors and vector functions, partial and directional derivatives, space curves and surfaces, multiple integrals and their applications, and explore physics using line and surface integrals. The Governor School Linear Algebra class has a requirement of Governor School Calculus. It is a year-long course, and students have the option to dual enroll for college credit. Students spend a year exploring linear algebra topics such as matrices and linear systems, vector spaces, inner product spaces, and linear transformations. Lastly, the Governor School Differential Equations class has a requirement of Governor School Calculus. It is a year-long course, and students have the option to dual enroll for college credit. Students spend a year exploring differential equations topics such as first-order differential equations, numerical approximations, higher-order differential equations, and Laplace transformations. While learning these topics, students get to see how differential equations applies to the real world through application projects such as spring mass damper, electrical circuits, and mixing problems. Besides just teaching math, our instructors sponsor clubs that help prepare the students mathematically for competitions. Some of the mathematical competitions that our students participate in are the Virginia Math League, the CNU Math Contest, the National Science Bowl, Semiode, and M3C. Thank you for watching our video to see what Governor School Calculus has to offer you for mathematics, and we hope to see you soon.
Students enrolled in the biological science strand take chemistry during their junior year. The biology course is taken in their senior year. The students also enroll in a math and research course. The advanced chemical analysis course is a second-year chemistry course. All students need to have successfully completed chemistry at their home school. Strong math skills are necessary for success. The course offers traditional inorganic topics such as stoichiometry, chemical reactions, and gas laws, as well as more advanced topics such as kinetics, equilibrium, acid-base chemistry, and electrochemistry. A highlight for the students is our unit on organic chemistry taught during fourth quarter. The center focus of the advanced chemical analysis course is the laboratory experience. It's used to introduce new material, reinforce concepts already taught, and assess student learning. The students walk away from the course with strong laboratory skills and a better understanding of the data analysis process. The lab experience is what makes the course at GSST different than what might be available to students at their home school.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Mary Patterson. I teach the biology class at New Horizons Governor's School for Science and Technology, and I'm pleased for the opportunity to talk to you about what goes on in my classroom. As you can see from the list of advanced topics, we get to do a deep dive into some topics that you're not likely to get to cover in a general biology class in your high school. And we also get to go into a little bit more detail on certain subjects beyond what you'll get in an introductory biology class at a college level. For example, we look a lot into the regulation of processes. We also look a lot at the laboratory situations that provide us the information. In other words, how do we know what we know? When we look at those lab experiences, you can see there are a variety of experiences that are pretty cool, from dissection to lots of microscopy. Most recently, my students have just finished doing some gene editing using the CRISPR-Cas system. They modified the genetic information in bacteria, so those bacteria would express genes they had not before. And then we did a bit of genetic engineering, trying to use bioinformatics to help us understand the concerns around CRISPR-Cas gene editing and why there might be issues with that process, cutting unintended sequences and causing unintended damage. The students also looked into COVID-19. We're studying viruses right now, and we looked into how it is that we do the rapid test as well as the PCR test. So students in the classroom use simulated materials, but they still performed an ELISA as well as doing reverse transcription PCR. Now, we weren't able to do reverse transcription in our laboratory, but we did do a simulation of it, and that bordered on the genetic engineering component again, helping us to understand how it is that genetic engineering creates the materials, the tools that are used in biotech. You'll notice that there are a lot of pieces of equipment that are required for these kinds of studies, and I'm very pleased to say that we have adequate supply so that either even every individual or just partners or groups of 3 are able to share equipment. So everyone has a chance to really get the experience of learning on the equipment. For example, there are 19 compound microscopes, plus a digital camera that's equipped to show individuals who might be working from home for any reason what we're looking at under the microscope. In addition, we have a thermocycler, can't do PCR without a thermocycler, and electrophoresis equipment to analyze DNA or proteins. The laboratory dissections that we've done in the past, we do have the electronic version of an anatomy program, allowing students to work with that and apply it to the human condition. And it helps our students who are working from home also to continue on with their studies. But it's quite an attraction for students to get that hands-on experience in dissection as well. When we look at what the alumni of our program go on to do, it ranges from classical biology and chemistry to engineering subjects to genetics to environmental to many of the medical professions. A lot of our students do tend to go on to advanced careers where they've gone on to graduate school or medical programs. So really, the sky's the limit. It just seems like there are unending opportunities for students with a background that gives them this kind of understanding of the tools that are used in biology. I hope you'll give us a consideration, and I look forward to meeting you. Bye-bye.
Hi, I am Dr. Bedier, and I teach computational physics, a junior year course at the Governance School for Science and Technology. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to talk to you about my course and a bit about the Strand. The Computational Physics is a course on the fundamental principles of physics in numerical Python. This course focuses on the college level physics and introduces numerical techniques to solve physics problems. It is about the application of computers to advanced science, assuming no previous programming experience. Students in this course learn how to program from the very beginning, from the scratch. On one hand, they also learn physics on the other hand, and students get to learn how to integrate the two subjects later. This course covers Newtonian mechanics, thermodynamics, wave phenomena, electricity, magnetism, and selected topics in modern physics. Concepts are reinforced through hands-on demonstrations, engaging activities, and weekly physics labs. There are many computational tools available on the market today. Rather than using a proprietary software, we use open source, high-level language called Python. Easy to learn, easy to understand, Python is an excellent language for computation. During the course, students are given projects that involve modeling and simulation. Just to name a few, for example, animation of the solar system, or finding the location of the sun when date and time is given, or developing and designing games in Python. Our students participate in various challenges, such as Great Computer Challenge, VCU, a UVA High School Programming Contest, and Code Quest. Every year we have many winning teams. And now, a little bit about the senior year computational science class. During senior year, students will be switching over to another programming language, that is C++. They will learn object-oriented programming. Through collaboration and teamwork, students will be working on great projects. There will be also contests and challenges. Students will find many areas to apply their programming skills. And all in all, if you are interested in computer programming and physics, then this is the Strand for you. I am looking forward to seeing you here at the Governance School for Science and Technology.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Physics 1. This is a component of the junior year engineering strand at the Governance STEM School here in Hampton. I'm Dr. Dennis Wagan. I teach the junior level Physics 1 course here at the Governance School. My PhD is from Syracuse University, and I've spent my career doing high energy particle physics research at various high energy labs around the world, including Brookhaven Lab in New York, CERN in Geneva, Switzerland, and Jefferson Lab here in Newport News. If you're considering entering this program, it's expected that you have already completed courses in biology and chemistry and have developed mathematical skills, at least through PreCalculus. The junior year program here at Governors School, in addition to this course, Physics 1, includes a research and statistics course as well as a calculus course. Physics 1 is a mathematically rigorous course covering classical mechanics, that's Newton's laws of motion and the universal law of gravity, fluid dynamics, periodic motion, simple periodic motion, and maybe not so simple periodic motion. We study the nature and propagation of mechanical waves, including that part of the course with the derivation of the linear wave equation. The course continues into thermodynamics and statistical mechanics. We study the kinetic theory of gases, the ideal gas laws, the equation of state of an ideal gas. We study heat engines, both the Carnot and the Stirling cycles in some detail. We investigate microstates and macrostates of a thermodynamic system and entropy, and conclude that part of the course with the second law of thermodynamics. The course includes an inquiry-based laboratory experience to complement, demonstrate, and enhance the course material. Physics lab here utilizes modern wireless detectors directly coupled to data analysis software. Our lab is equipped with computers running Pascal Capstone data analysis software, and we also include more sophisticated data analysis such as RStudio, R, Jupyter Notebooks, Python, and we make significant use of analysis packages like NumPy and SciPy and Panda and Matplotlib. Laboratory sessions include work in the calculus of observation, statistical analysis, propagation of errors, systematic errors. Other lab activities include the study of forces, free fall, projectile motions, Newton's laws, conservation laws, conservation of momentum, conservation of energy, investigate collisions. There are experiments in periodic motion, standing waves, as well as experiments in thermodynamics. This course also investigates perturbative and numerical solutions to physical problems.
Hi everyone, I am Dr. Ibrahim Albayrak. I am the instructor of senior year engineering physics strand at Governor School for Science and Technology. I am an experimental nuclear physicist and I still continue my research at Jefferson Lab. Before coming to Governor School, I have taught physics at various universities and high schools in various countries, and I'm very glad that I'm teaching at the Governor School now. Today I will briefly talk about what we learn and do in the senior year engineering physics strand at Governor School for Science and Technology. So, senior year engineering physics has three main categories: physics, engineering, and ED lab. So I'm going to talk about these in detail a little bit. On physics side, we start with Einstein's special and general relativity theories and learn relativity of space and time with respect to different observers. We will learn that concepts such as time, length, and mass are not universal but relative and depends on the frame of reference. We will also learn the effect of mass and energy on the geometry of space-time and concepts such as black holes, Big Bang, and evolution of the universe. After Einstein's relativity theory, where we discuss how things work at very large scales, we continue with quantum mechanics, where we learn how things behave at very small scales, atoms and beyond. We conclude physics in the senior year with nuclear physics, where we start discussing even smaller scales, such as atomic nucleus. On engineering side, we learn computer programming with C++. C++ can be considered as the most prominent programming language that has ever existed. Although many other languages have been developed since, C++ still keeps its popularity and prominence and is the basis for some other modern languages such as Java and C#. Here, in parallel to C++, we are going to also learn digital electronics and computer-aided design, CAD in short. In digital electronics, we learn basic digital electronic components first, then digital integrated circuits, microcontroller systems with data input and output devices such as sensors and displays and whatnot. Here, students apply every concept they learn in hands-on activities using digital integrated circuits, sensors, microcontrollers. In computer-aided design or CAD, on the other hand, we learn how to make engineering project design using computer software such as Autodesk, AutoCAD, Inventor, or Fusion. And finally, the third component of the senior year engineering physics is the ED Lab. ED stands for Engineering Design, Innovation, and Entrepreneurship. Here, students learn the whole process of engineering, design, and production, and apply each step in their own cornerstone engineering design projects. Here, students will be working in groups of 4 or 5 in collaboration with the senior year computational science strand students. At the end, students are expected to produce their prototype of their project idea, and they will have a chance to showcase their work in competitions such as ICAT at Virginia Tech, NASA, or science fairs. Finally, I want also to mention about the mentorship opportunities I myself provide. Since I continue my experimental nuclear physics research at Jefferson Lab, I also choose and work with some mentees from Governor School. So far, my mentees have worked on constructing a radial time projection chamber detector, which is called RTPC, proton detector for the Jefferson Lab experiment bonus 12. Currently, we are working on the extractions of nucleon moments, which are about quark and gluon distributions in the nucleon, using Jefferson Lab, CERN, and Fermilab experimental data. I think this was helpful, and I hope everyone is successful, happy, and safe year.
During junior year, Governor School students take the first of 2 research courses. The course Research, Ethics, and Methodology is a year-long course that provides junior STEM students with knowledge and experience on how to conduct scientific research and engineering projects. Students will study contemporary issues on scientific research while conducting independent scientific research and engineering projects outside of class. Course topics include research design strategy, data analysis, and the representations with or without computer assistance, as well as norms of conduct for ethical research behavior. All students must conduct a review of primary literature to support their research design assumptions, prepare and present a plan of their proposed research, conduct their studies, and report their findings via formal technical papers, as well as posters and oral presentations. All students also participate in the joint class project, through which they learn hands-on the process of conducting a typical research project. The statistical analysis portion of the course is conducted simultaneously with the students' actual research projects. The pacing of both parts is planned so students can apply their knowledge in statistical analysis to their individual science research project. For example, students will learn about experiment design in statistics before and during the time when they submitted their proposed methods and the procedures. When their projects produce data, they will learn inferential statistics for analyzing the data. Participation in regional science and engineering fairs is highly encouraged.
Hi, my name is Neil Venturi, and I co-teach the Research and Mentorship course at the Governor School for Science and Technology with Ms. Vobrack. I have a master's in computer science. The main portion of the course that I cover is data science, where we interpret and analyze data, and we do this in order to reach conclusions that we can then use to further our decision-making process, whether it be in business, science, or journalism, or to show insights on what may be occurring in a data set. We use the R programming language. We practice manipulation and cleaning of data, recognizing good and bad data, making visualizations, graphs, and we do this in a way that we can communicate as best as possible with the audience. And the reason for that is, well, we need to make sure that whatever conclusions we come to, we can then show that to others and that they will then understand, and then we can further our decision-making process such that we can get other people on board and we are able to then make progress towards our end goal. Additionally, with this, we also discuss the ethics of data science. So in a nutshell, we use the R programming language. We use R, the language, but we use RStudio as our development environment that is over here on the left. And then in order to generate our reports and to make everything in a nice and neat format, in order to communicate effectively with the audience, we use R Markdown. There are some other tools that we also use, but these are the main ones, and they are what you might experience on a regular day-to-day basis inside of the class. And then finally, the communication and ethics side. So the communication is extremely important in data science. You have to be able to properly analyze the data set and reach some conclusion that then has validity and then that can be used later on. But at the same time, you need to be able to communicate that effectively to the audience, whether it be your boss at a business that you work at, or to your professors, or to a supervisor of some kind, or to the publishing committee for a paper. You have to be able to effectively communicate whatever conclusions you come from with the data. And that communication comes down to any charts or graphs visualizations that you do. And we go over the aspects of what makes a good chart, what makes a bad chart, and how you can make a chart easier for the average person to understand, to communicate whatever you have found in the data more effectively. Additionally, we go over the ethics in regards to which data is okay to collect, which data is not okay to collect, which data is okay to be open source, which data is not okay to be open source, what can be used, what cannot be used, and should we use it? We can collect all the data we want, but should we use all the data that we collect? And these are some of the questions and topics that we go through in the course. Thank you.
The course, Research Methodology and Ethics. In this course, students will develop an authentic research question and conduct a thorough literature review of the topic. They will then plan an experimental design and prepare a research proposal. Students then conduct their study and collect data and then analyze and interpret the data. Students will present their research to their peers in a PowerPoint presentation. The juniors are encouraged to participate in the Tidewater Science and Engineering Fair and other opportunities to present their research. In addition to the focus on developing a research project, juniors will also learn about ethics and conduct case studies. During their senior year, students enroll in the course Honors Research and Mentorship. Students learn more advanced concepts regarding conducting research and apply this knowledge of the research process to their mentorships. Students participate in mentorships at local universities, businesses, medical facilities, and government agencies. It is a valuable opportunity to learn about a career in the STEM field and also an opportunity to conduct real research in the field.
Hi, I'm Kristen Spires, and I am a junior research instructor here at the Governor School for Science and Technology. You've just had an overview of what the Governor School is and the various strands that we have to offer, and now I want to talk to you about how to gather more information, but also how to apply to the Governor School. The most important thing anybody can do is to sign up for our prospective student pipeline, and by doing that, you'll begin receiving the newsletter. This is for 10th graders all the way down to 9, 8, 7, 6th graders. You should be applying for this newsletter, signing up for this newsletter. In this situation, everybody is welcome. It doesn't matter your grade. It doesn't matter your age or your academic criteria. It's just so that you can gather more information about the Governor's School. To do this, you want to go to our website, nhrec.org/GSST/, and then go to the Prospective Student Pipeline, or go to the Prospective Student tab, click on the information for prospective students, and click to complete the online form. This will allow you to receive a newsletter approximately every 6 weeks, just chock full of information on what the Governor's School is, activities that are going on, and how to ultimately apply to the Governor's School. So please make sure that you go and sign up for this newsletter, regardless of what grade you are in. Now, the admissions process. This is what you will need to be thinking about when you apply as a 10th grader. Is your overall GPA will be looked at, as well as your PSAT score. SAT and ACT scores can also be submitted. Your performance in math and science courses is also of particular interest. They want to know the rigor of the math and science courses and your grades in those math and science courses. A teacher recommendation will be requested, and this is from both a math and a science teacher, and preferably your most current math and science teacher. Your counselor will go ahead and upload your SOL scores. So, as a 10th grader, the first step in applying is to select an academic strand. And you'll want to make sure that you rethink those strands. You can go ahead and visit our website so that you take a look at whether you're interested in the engineering strand, the biological strand, the computational strand. And then remember that you're applying for a specific strand and you are competing against other students within your own district. The online application system is easy enough. What you will do is go to our website, click on how to apply. And once you get to that portion of our website, you will see a video that you can watch. It's a 4.5-minute video, tells you about the online application process. After you've watched the video, you'll want to click the Apply Now button. That will walk you through where you're going to fill out your demographics. This is what the students will do. And then students will also provide their counselor's name and contact information, as well as the current math and science teachers' names and contact information. From there, the school counselor and teachers will receive the online request to put their components into the application. So the counselor will be putting in courses and grades, and the teachers will be putting in their recommendations. Now, the timeline is the portal opens the beginning of December for applications, and it will close the end of February. By March, everything needs to be put in from the teachers and the counselors, and by early April, all applicants will receive a letter notifying them of their admission decision, whether it's a yes or a no. We do have a GSST program overview video that you can access from our website. You'll want to go to nhrec.org/GSST, and then look for the picture that I'm showing you here. And from there, you can see a promotional video that we have. It's about 6.5 minutes long. For even more information, please visit our website on a regular basis, nhrec.org, and make sure that you select Governor's School. And after you've signed up for that Prospective Student Pipeline newsletter, you will have all the information you need so that you know about the Governor's School and how to apply. Thank you.